Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel, Peace, Love, Faith, and Divine Union, where we talk about twin flames, mindset, and self-concept. And I'm really excited just for the way that this channel is headed in and just the understanding that I'm coming to as being a twin flame ascension coach, and truly what that means for me, my family, my union. And something I wanted to share with you guys, because I see this a lot, not only on my channel, but on many other channels of different mindset coaches, twin flame coaches, life coaches, where there are people who will deter other people from maybe investing in or even exploring coaching themselves. And it might look like something like, oh, you don't need coaching, you can do it all by yourself. It's all just within. You don't need to invest in that kind of thing. And I will have to say, for a long time, I was kind of this way when I first came into my twin flame journey, where I was like, I can do it by myself. I'll figure it out. I don't need to put money into investing into a coach. Like, I just don't need to. And there's a few reasons why I moved that way. One of them was because I just didn't have trust in putting my information and my relationship in someone else's hands per se, and sharing with them what was all going on. The biggest one though was because I just didn't have the money. I didn't have the abundance to be able to invest in something like that. And so I really had to look at it logically. And what I looked at was, well, all teams, all athletes, all people who are moving in a direction of a goal of something that they want to be successful at, something that they really desire to achieve, they all have a coach. And that's because a coach is someone who's able to really help you see the bigger picture. The coach, if we want to look at it from a football field standpoint, because I like football, the coach can see what's happening on the whole field, but the quarterback, his eyes are on his receiver that he's trying to throw to, and also trying to make sure he's not getting hit, but he's not paying attention to what the linebacker doing and all those other things. He can't see the whole field. He can only see what's in front of him. And so the coach's job is to be able to find the pockets and to be able to find the blind spots. And so that is ultimately what I do for my clients. I help them see their blind spots in their consciousness, in the places where they might feel like they've already healed this or released this, or they already moved past this, but somewhere there might be holding on to something that they just can't see yet because they're in the middle of it. So really, I wanted to break down really the biggest misconception, and that is that union is not just a single event that you arrive at. It is a healing journey of love. It's a journey. And so it's important that you have someone who goes on the journey with you and really supports you through that process. And when you treat your union like it's a destination and you put pressure on yourself and your counterpart to get to that, it really only is going to create more separation within your union. And so when you start to treat it like a journey and you receive the lessons and the growth and the expansion, you're going to open yourself up to really receiving the deep love and miracles that come along the way. But through that are some really hard times. And I don't know what I would have done without my coach if I would have had to move through some of those really hard times by myself. There was many times where I wanted to give up, and my coach was like, "You got this. You're almost there. Keep going. Think of all the work that you've done." She really was my cheerleader, and she really had my back, and she already had what I wanted. And so I had to trust that if she could do what it is that I desired, that all I had to do was follow what she was guiding, follow her not so much her experience, but trust that she had the same experience and that she knew ultimately what I was moving through and feeling. And so I do recommend that if you're going to coach with someone who is already moving through the process of either um, manifesting their harmonious union, and they're doing it from a place of doing it with God, and then also working with someone who already has their union, because it wouldn't make sense to work with someone who continuously is having relationship problems and is not talking to their twin flame, or is wanting to project all of separation onto your union, like, oh well, he's still asleep and she's out there doing whatever it is, so maybe this isn't your twin flame, and maybe you should really focus on someone else. Like, there's just a lot of nonsense that I've seen out there. So I don't want to get into those things. I just want you to know that having a coach is truly a gift to have on your twin flame journey. And even though I'm already in harmonious union with my twin flame, I still work with a coach because there's still so much that comes up in our consciousness. We're healing things from different lineages and different ancestry times in our life, that were just very rooted things that we are not even really aware of until they come to the surface. And also, if you're on this journey, you're not only healing your life, but you're healing things that are coming up in the collective. So know that it's a much deeper thing than just coming into a relationship with another person, that being your twin flame. It is so much deeper than that. It's a soul transition. It's really changing and evolving your soul to the highest level it can be. And if you've done that before by yourself, then you're a master and probably are gonna ascend this lifetime. But in truth, like, it's important to have someone that you can talk to and lean on. And my twin flame has said many times, like, I am so grateful that you have a coach, Kanisha, because I think that we probably would have separated a long time ago if you didn't have someone that you were able to work through some of these things with. And when he would create space so that we could heal, instead of me just sitting in my upset and feeling like this is never coming together and look, he doesn't want to be with me. Instead, I went to my coach and she helped me see, hey, this is actually what he's mirroring to you. And it's not actually him that you're upset with. It's something much deeper here that stems from your childhood that occurred before you even met him. And she really helped me go into those places that felt very scary and very foreign and not safe. And she held my hand as I moved through those things. And so having a coach is really someone who's going to hold a loving mirror to you so you don't get lost in the fear. They're going to give you structure so that the healing doesn't feel overwhelming. They're going to really allow you to stay committed when ego wants you to quit. And they're going to be here to walk the path with you so that you don't have to walk it alone, as they're also walking the path. So this guidance is going to accelerate your journey. It's also going to make it less painful. So if you're on the fence about coaching, I 100% understand it, because it's an investment. But also, you investing in your union and in yourself is literally going to be the best investment you're ever going to make. People make investments all the time on things that aren't really going to serve them, or maybe it will in the long run, but not in a way that your harmonious union is going to. And so I find that when you have a coach, you heal so much faster and there's less confusion. You experience more peace and clarity in the process of separation. You align with your true self and you align with your twin flame core values too, because you're able to get really clear on what those core values are. So coaching isn't about someone doing the work for you. It's about someone empowering you through the hard times to show up and to not give up, and to believe in the divine, and to believe in love, and believe in God, and to help you see that you are more powerful than you may even know. And I found that my coach had really given me the support and the love that I always desired from my own parents, but they weren't able to give because they didn't know how to do that. So because my coach knew how to love herself and to support herself and to respect and value herself, she was able to then pour into me in that way. When my parents weren't able to do that, they weren't able to give me those things. So having a coach is truly, truly important. And it's in a deep and intimate and important relationship. But it's a choice for you on whether or not you want to have that support. You want to have that kind of love during the journey. I personally, if I had a choice again, I would never do this journey without a coach. And I would have invested in the coach way sooner than what I did. And I really just, I have so much love and gratitude for my coach that I've been with for 8 years. Like, she really helped me become the best version of myself by speaking life into me and reminding me of God's love and reminding me of God's truth in times that were really hard and dark. So I 100% back up having a coach. And if the finances is the issue, then your coach is going to help you work through your financial blocks, and they're going to help support you in that space, because I guarantee you that you haven't really sat down and had someone walk you through your blocks or walk you through your self-concept about your money, your beliefs about money, your beliefs about love, your beliefs about yourself. And that is really the purpose of a coach. The coach isn't here to do the work for you. They're here to help guide you through you doing the work, because only you can do the work. Only you can really go within and heal yourself within. I can't heal you. I can only guide you through the healing process. So I really wanted to speak on this because someone did make a comment in one of my videos to another person who was curious about coaching, and they're like, you don't need coaching, you can do it by yourself. And I'm like, that's a really lonely journey. And yeah, she might be able to do it by herself, but it's going to take a really long time because no one's there to help guide her or help her see her blind spots. So don't lead people into that space. You actually lead them deeper into separation when you don't encourage them to receive support and receive love and help in that way. And you also want to be very aware of the coaches that you're working with. There are coaches who are out there who are just out there for the money. And then there's coaches who are out here because we want to see everyone in harmonious union. Like, it is one of the most, if not the biggest blessing that God can give you is your divine counterpart in your harmonious union. And everybody deserves that. And everybody who is willing to invest in putting the work and really choose to change from within and evolve and uh, I just have so much to say here, and like honor the calling on their soul, you are going to be changed in so many ways. You can go and watch my first video to like where I'm at now, and you're going to be like, who is this person? Like, she's a totally different person. Yeah, because of the work. And because my coach continuously encouraged me when there was 101 times throughout my journey where I was like, this is never coming together. This is not going to work. This may work for you, but it doesn't work for me. And she continuously encouraged me and told me, no, if you believe in God, if you believe in love, it will come together. And she was right. I now live with my twin flame. We have an amazing life together. We still have really hard times. And even recently, in some of our hard times, I just went to my coach and I was like, hey, I need support here. And she's like, okay, well, it sounds like this is what's happening. Let's do the mirror exercise. How do you feel now? What's coming up for you next? And she really supported me in that space and reminded me, girl, you're powerful. You have this. And your twin flame's just loving you in this space because of this. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. She reminds me of things a lot of the times where sometimes my ADHD mind and all the things that happen in my life, I just kind of forget some things at times. And she is the best reminder of like, don't forget that this is what the truth is. Don't forget that they're your greatest teacher. Don't forget that he's just showing you what you're blocking your upset to God is. Don't forget it's not personal. And I'm so grateful that I have that in my life because, man, doing this journey alone sucks. I did it for a period of time and I finally got fed up with my own nonsense that I just decided to go all in. And it was really the best decision and really, truly the catalyst to coming into union with my twin flame. And so I'm hearing in my consciousness, well, what about the people who are in union and didn't have a coach? Well, what I've learned about that is that there are some unions who don't have a lot of blocks to work through regarding love. They had really wonderful childhoods. They were really brought up in homes that were very loving. And so they don't have a lot of blocks to love. But there are many, many, many unions who have really deep blocks to love, deep blocks to partnership and healthy relationships, have a lot of trauma. And that's where a coach comes in. And so if you feel like that is for you, then invest in yourself. Know that you are the best investment. You are worth being invested into. And every client that I've worked with who have come into union with their twin flame thanks them. Like, thank you for doing the work. Thank you for getting a coach. Thank you for working with someone to support you on the space. And then they eventually come and work with me too, and they work with me as a couple. It's really a beautiful thing. The relationship just keeps evolving and growing. So I encourage you to ask God about working with a coach, finding the coach that's best for you. And if you ever come to work with me and we don't seem like there's a great match, then I'm going to help you find the right coach, because I want you to be fully supported and loved all the way into your harmonious union and beyond. All of the unions that I work with, all of the unions that I know of in the community who are in harmonious union, who are married, they all still have a coach. Like, they all still work with a coach, because they know they're just going deeper into their union, and bigger upsets are going to come to the surface, and they're going to need that support. So I'm here to support you in any way that I can. Definitely drop comments or questions if you have them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find my coaching in the link below, and know that I'm here to love and support you all the way through, and know that you are perfect in this moment. And a lot of the times it's just tweaking of a thought process, tweaking of a mindset, letting go of beliefs that maybe you didn't even realize you had, because it's in the subconscious. And that is one of my favorite things about my job, is that I can really feel intuitively what the block is, and I can help guide you to look at it and ask you, does this resonate with you? Does this feel true to you? Does this feel like this is a pattern that continues coming up for you? And then helping you make a new choice, and really grounding into a new way of being and a new way of living life versus what you know. Because you're going to continue living life the rest of your life on the way that you know, on the patterns that you have, until you become aware of those patterns and like consciously make a new choice. And sometimes making those new choices, it can be hard at times, but if you keep making that new choice, it'll eventually become the choice that you're currently, or that you continuously work on, and the pattern that you continuously work on. So I love you guys. I wasn't meaning to love this video to be this long, but I'm so passionate about what I do. And I really have seen how it has changed so many lives. So if someone's deterring, like inviting you to not look at coaching, it might be an upset that they're working through, and it sounds like it's a projection. So allow yourself to really ask God, go to God, go within, and ask yourself, am I truly open to receiving all of the support that God has for me in order to move into the direction that is really going to be truly abundant for my life? Peace, love, faith, and I will see you guys soon.